Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and I just finished watching the SOE live keynote introductory, speech for this year's SOE live. And this is going to be a real quick video. It's really late. I got to work in the morning, so I want to do this real quick. But there was a couple things that, in case you weren't able to catch it, or you forgot about it, or whatever, and you're interested, I wanted to give you guys a couple little tidbits to hold you over till tomorrow's big announcement about EverQuest Next. Smedley, John Smedley, did announce a couple little things about EverQuest Next, and I'll get into those in a second. But first I wanted to go over, they unveiled the expansions for EverQuest and EverQuest 2, which will be out later this year. EverQuest, it will be called, it's Call of the Forsaken is the name of the expansion. And for EverQuest 2, it's going to be Tears of Vishan. The other thing about for EverQuest 2 that I thought was kind of big news was that they've announced another class for EverQuest Quest 2 called the Channeler. It's going to be under the Priest archetype, and it will be a pet class, and you will have a pet construct which is completely customizable. You'll be able to change parts out, colors, everything else, and look, that looks really cool. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more information coming out about that, but I thought that was something that was kind of nice for the next expansion. And then the other thing is they announced that there will be mercenary slots for your characters, where right now you have one mercenary, and if you want to change your mercenary, you got to go back to town and hire a different one and so forth. Well, they've announced that you're going to have slots so you have more than one mercenary, and you can change them out on the fly wherever you're at. You can change them out. So that's just a couple things that they announced. I thought those were kind of the two highlights for EverQuest 2. Then lastly, before I go to bed here, Smedley did make a couple little announcements about EverQuest Next. The biggest one was he announced that the same guy who, and I don't have his name here in front of me, but it's the same guy who did the soundtrack for Skyrim, amongst a bunch of other games, but most recently Skyrim. He's going to be he is composing the music, the soundtrack for EverQuest Next. And I actually have a link that I'm going to put in the description below. It's already on. There's already on YouTube. There's already a little clip because they did play a good chunk of the theme song for EverQuest Next. And I gotta say, I thought it was fantastic. I think it sounds beautiful. So but they did say that's not even finished yet. Even what you're gonna hear is still a work in progress. But I thought it sounded amazing. So anyway, I'll put that link in there for you guys so you guys can check it out. One of the things and then the other thing that Smedley did say about EverQuest Next is that there's going to be a huge focus on the term he used was emergent content. And I like to use the term interactive content. He used emergent. But basically what he means is, and he went into a little detail, is content, the dynamic content that can be changed by the players. In other words, being able to create your own quests or your own dungeons, customizing your houses, guild houses, whatever, using different types of building materials and things like that. Basically things that the players themselves can change in the game, whether it be quests, dungeons, their decorations in their home, building a home from a blank slate that we already have in EverQuest 2, but it sounds like it's going to be expanded upon for EverQuest Next, which I'm looking very much forward to. I've always been a big proponent in what I call interactive content for players, that can change and affect the game world itself. So that's just what the few little things that I wanted to get out there tonight. And I'll put that link in there for you guys if you guys want to listen to that theme music for EverQuest Next. And then tomorrow, of course, is the big day when we're all going to get the big unveiling and all that stuff. So until tomorrow, guys, we will catch you on the flip side.